This piece of shale was probably formed as fine sediments slowly settled in a deep water ocean or lake. Shale is a sedimentary rock, but when buried and put under intense heat and pressure, shale can change into a metamorphic rock called schist. Schist is a common rock in the Green Mountains of Vermont. If schist is put under even more heat and pressure, it has the potential to melt and eventually to solidify and form an igneous rock. Notice how these changes can be illustrated in a circle. This illustration and process is referred to as the rock cycle. The rock cycle involves the continuous changing of rocks from one form to another. Let's start the rock cycle with molten rock, magma, or lava. When molten rock cools and solidifies, it forms an igneous rock. Through the process of weathering, the igneous rock is broken down into smaller and smaller pieces, which are then transported via the process of erosion. The particles are deposited, compacted, and cemented together, forming a sedimentary rock. If the sedimentary rock is buried, it can undergo heat and pressure, altering the rock into a metamorphic rock. In turn, if a metamorphic rock undergoes additional heat and pressure, the rock will melt into molten rock, starting the cycle all over again. In nature, the rock cycle is not quite as simple and straightforward as we just discussed. For example, igneous rocks don't always become sedimentary rocks. If placed under heat and pressure, igneous rocks can become metamorphic rocks, and they may be remelted into magma and harden into igneous rocks again. Metamorphic rocks can also be broken down by weathering and eventually form sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks undergoing great heat and pressure can become metamorphic rocks and then be melted into molten rock, which cools to form igneous rocks. Or sedimentary rocks may be broken down via weathering into particles which will form new sedimentary rocks later on. So, as you can see, the rock cycle is more like a rock web where many different processes can act on